Hello there, Team Life Changers, and welcome to our team call. I want to give a couple of shout outs and then we're going to get into a very, very quick team call tonight. Success Club points, we are at March 16th, so we're halfway mark. I want to give a shout out because we have a few people who are on the board right now. We have Rachel Stewart, who is on at 2 points. We have Marissa Zucchelli. Is that how you pronounce your name? I think Zucchelli. She's at 2 points, and Lydia Van Zant is at 2 points, and Rebecca Thompson is at 4 points. So awesome. We still have plenty of time to get in Success Club. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. I want to just dive right in. It's going to be like a whiplash because in all honesty, the people you see on the screen right now, we have been in a team call for about 40 minutes already, 50, ever how long it's been, and no, 50 minutes. And we've been kind of doing a think tank of how we're going to be doing our next challenge group with Made to Crave, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit of that at the very end of the call so that they can like hop off if they're tired of hearing me talk. But before we get into the Made to Crave, I want to talk a little bit about posting and sharing our journeys and sharing what we're doing. I think that all of us have gotten to that point of we worry so much about, you know, the business and doing, and sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves. So we need to know that taking care of ourselves is the #1 priority, because if we don't have our own testimony, if we don't have our own before and after story, in all honesty, we have nothing to share. I'm just being real. We're selling something that isn't even working for us because we're not working it, right? So we've got to get our work in. And I'm telling you, I'm preaching to the choir. Like I can see myself on this screen as, you know, I'm preaching to myself. We've got to get our workouts in every single day. I mean, like even if you just make a goal to get it in for 3 weeks. I've heard somebody on a team call, it was either Autumn or maybe it was Tony Horton. I don't know. Somebody was saying that. They're like, you know what? If somebody can't be devoted for 3 weeks, just 3 weeks to get 30 minutes, you know, they can't devote that to themselves. And there's the issue right there. So if we can just give it 3 weeks and be very, very committed and dedicated to ourselves, that's a big, huge thing. Food is definitely something we want to pull out those containers and try our very best. I know that can be a little bit harder to meal plan, meal prep, and do all of that, but we want to take care of ourselves and get those results. And as you are sharing your journey on Facebook, be real, be raw, and be a leader. And that's what I want to talk about a little bit right now, is how to be a leader. All of us can get on there and we can post our workouts every day. And we can post here's my Shakeology. I just worked out and I just drank my Shakeology. And they're like, well, yay for you. But if I go into any gym, I can go in there and look at every person in there. They're in there working out, and they've probably got some kind of Gatorade or protein powder or something. If I go into the aerobics room, maybe they are drinking some kind of whatever it is that and they're all working out. But it doesn't mean that I just want to go and approach them and say, hey, I want to do what you're doing. No, you're going to go and wait after class. You will wait so that you can beeline it to the leader, because the leader is doing something different than what all of the people that are in the class doing. She is in front of everybody. She is doing the moves before everybody, so she's being a forerunner. She is the one instructing everybody in what to do. She's giving advice. Your form is wrong here. Tweak this, tweak that. She's the one that leads and says, we're going to meet on Wednesday nights and Friday nights. She's the one that may come up with a meal plan for everybody. She is the one who is leading, and everybody's going to go directly to her because they already know, well, she knows something that all of these other people don't know. So I want you to think that way. I want you to really get it in your mind of, I am a leader. I have been doing this program. I know that this program works. I know the benefits of Shakeology. And if you don't know, spend a little bit of time understanding, why does Shakeology work? For me, it cuts my cravings for sugar. I also have in my back pocket, I can find those videos if somebody really wants to know the ingredients and that it comes from all these exotic countries. I can pull that out for people. But I can show people the cute little video of Tony Horton at the grocery line. I have the resources that people need because I'm a leader and I'm going to give them what they need. But on my Facebook wall, what I want to do is I don't want to just post, here I'm working out, here's my shake. I want to give them something that's going to be a forerunner. I want to speak to the people who are what you would call, like, develop your avatar, develop your person, sit down and literally make a list of people's excuses. Maybe you start with your own excuses, why you didn't want to start. For me, like, one of the biggest reasons I didn't want to start was because I'm a Christian and I'm in the public eye, and I honestly didn't know if I could advertise, like something that was so physical when I'm all about something that's spiritual. I really had to get over that. And I even made a post about that today on my Facebook wall about it's okay to be spiritual and physical all at the same time. Or maybe there is all of those excuses of why people don't want to join. Make that list and start posting to those people. So if people are coming to you saying, I don't have time, make a post about, I didn't think I had time to do this, but I found that as long as I set my alarm clock or whatever it is, give the solution in your post. Or maybe someone is saying, oh, I love my Weight Watchers. I love my whatever it is that they're doing. Make a post of, you know what, I've tried Weight Watchers. I've tried this. What I found was, or maybe you don't use their name because we don't want to like badmouth, other companies. But you could say, I've tried programs where I'm counting the numbers and it made me crazy. It didn't make any sense. Now I have found something that is da, 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 da. So you want to make this huge list of at least, start with 10 problems, just for starters. Start for 10 excuses why people don't want to jump in. Start with those 10 and make 10 posts that really talk to those 10 excuses, because it's so much easier when you're talking to a big audience rather than talking directly to that one person, because you never want to point things out, or because usually, like, if you're talking one-on-one with someone and it's like it can turn into like a little bit of a debate or an argument, and sometimes even with that they dig their heels deeper into why they love what they're doing as you're digging your heels into why you love what you're doing. So if you do it on a public platform, a lot of times you will get people because they're kind of snooping in. It's kind of like they're reading your journal. They're snooping, like, well, what does Miriam have to say about this? What is Casey really doing? I see that she's gotten results, but what is it that so do it that way. So make those posts. The other thing that I want to speak to is, see yourself as a leader and make a big deal out of everything right where you are. For instance, today I had a call with Robbie Carter. He is from corporate. Because I'm diamond rank, I get a regional person. So Cindy has a regional person. Audra would have a regional person, depending on where everybody lives. And Robbie is my regional person. Every diamond gets a regional person. But I made a huge deal. Is he from corporate? Absolutely. But when I make those comments on my Facebook wall, like, oh, I get a call from corporate, it really makes it sound really big and huge. And it is. It is an honor that I get to talk one-on-one with my regional leader. It is a big deal. But most people don't make a big deal out of that. This is what I did when I started out. And for new coaches or people that may not know my backstory, when I jumped in with Beachbody, I hit diamond rank in 11 weeks. But I will tell you, I made myself look like a diva on Facebook. I'm talking a diva. When Jatana would post that I hit Success Club and she did that little pick monkey, oh, you better believe I took that pick monkey and maybe I chopped it out to where you only saw my name, and I circled it and put arrows to it. I may have even taken another picture of my face and put it like, I hit something here. Like I did something. I hit a goal. This is my goal for the month, and I just hit it already, you know. It wasn't nothing. I just sold a challenge pack, y'all. It was like when you take it to the team, and I've even heard some of my peers, but it doesn't bother me. I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I've even heard some of my peers and even some of my leaders talk about, like, some things might be cheesy. And I don't know that they were talking about me, but I think they were. And I just grinned because yes, I definitely made the cheesy posts in the beginning, because success begets success. So when I had my name and whatever, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that my star diamond leader just pointed me out in da 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 da. I didn't use her name. All they know is that here's this star diamond leader pointing me out because I did something. When Nicola made pick monkeys for whatever the Epic Empire thing was with like signing coaches or whatever, anything that they shouted me out for, I did. And then it got to a point where, okay, things kind of lulled. Then I had to just shout myself out. Like, I started making videos for my own training group. And as I'm making my videos for my training group, I was like, I am making videos for Beachbody. I can, and do that. I can't believe I get to make videos for a training academy with Beachbody. That sounds like Carl Deichler himself just called me up and said, Rebecca, would you make these? You can, and it's not false. It's not lying. You are genuinely being thankful for where you are in your business, and Thanksgiving begets Thanksgiving. Because if we do the opposite and be like, well, I'm not really doing anything, and you're not making big the things that are. I know, like, we've all seen those videos on Facebook. I don't know, I have, where like the little children, they get this gift from mom and dad, and you see these little kids, they'll be crying, Mom, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that video gets like 2 bazillion views on it just because they are so thankful and grateful for what they've gotten and where they are. Whereas other kids are like, oh, thanks, Mom. Whatever. I sold a challenge pack, whatever. Yeah, Jatana just said I did a good job, whatever. Yeah, Rebecca just pointed me. No, you want to be like that kid and be like, oh, this is the most wonderful thing ever. If you got, I don't care what it is, if you've gotten something in the mail, if you've earned anything, if you've gotten a recognition, our team calls. The fact that we get to be on team calls with Jatana because Epic Empire is an elite team, we are all a part of this elite team. We are all a part of the elite team with Epic Empire. We get to have people on there like Autumn and people like these mega star amazing whatevers. All of you guys who are on your dash to diamond, that is like a gold mine for posts that you could be putting out. Oh my gosh, you don't use names. You don't put Tara Carr in there. You don't put Nikki Goss. But you can say, I cannot believe that I was just asked to be a part of this Dash to Diamond group because people are believing in who I am and what I'm about. You want to come up and just be like, you want to see yourself as successful, and you want to be as thankful as you possibly can and shout it out on Facebook. And when people see that, they're gonna start taking notice. Like, wow, like they don't know. You know what I mean? They don't know what any of this means, but they see that you are being successful right where you are. So I just want to mention that people are watching your Facebook. Now, I'm going to change gears a little bit because it is very important that you shout out your successes. I didn't realize this until today. I woke up thinking about a coach. I was thinking about Casey Fitzgerald. Literally, like I woke up and I'm just thinking about her. And I went to her page because for me, I'm busy, so I don't get to see everybody's posts all the time. And I happened to go to her page today, and I just saw a before and after picture that she posted. I was like, wow, she has like really, really been so dedicated with her fitness journey. And I just noticed that she, like, whatever, just that whole doing a shout out for her because she's been, rocking this thing like a diva. So I gave her a shout out, and I point people to her, and I just wanted people to see that, like, this is an amazing coach. So if you guys have coaches that are underneath you, trust me, you want to shout them out like crazy. And you want to just make them look like they are rock star, amazing, just whatever. It's going to make them feel good. It's going to make you feel good. And it's going to make both of y'all look good. People are going to give you honor because you just gave somebody else honor. And people love that. Another thing too, because I heard a testimony from one of our coaches who was saying, I did not even realize people were watching me. And Miriam Helton has been just rocking this thing. She was one of my she was the very first person that ever contacted me. When I signed as a coach, I didn't know what I was doing. And I have shouted Miriam out. I've done videos for her. She was my first one, and that was especially back. I apologize to my new coaches that I don't have the time as much as I did in the olden days where I could make videos and just really, because I was just drumming up my business and I wanted people to know we're getting success and we're getting whatever. So if people lost 5 pounds, I did a mug shot and I said, they lost 5 pounds, and I did that with Miriam. And she wants to share someone, I asked her to, she shared it with us a little while ago, and I asked her if she would share it. Somebody that has been watching her success. So Miriam, will you share a little bit of your heart and what you shared with us a little while ago?
I just want to make sure I took myself off mute for a second. Well, it happened actually in one day. I had two messages, which I thought was interesting because they're people who I talk with, but we don't really talk about, I don't know, it's not about the business. It's not about, Beachbody much. It's just, I've got a family member and then an extended family member. And I was tagged in a post with a dog with a pizza shirt on, and these containers with the wording says, when you realize you don't know how to properly meal prep, and it's a slice of pizza and a powdered donut. And she put, Miriam, he needs some help from you. And she's actually one that I've never really interacted with in regards to health stuff. So I thought that was really funny. But I also realized people who do not comment or like or anything on my wall are watching. I got a message today from a cousin who I'm 42 years old, okay? And this cousin I met 7 months ago when we went to Montreal. We've had a little interaction on Facebook because Facebook is amazing to connect with people. And she messaged me today and said, hi, I thought I'd share my good news with you. Just came back from the doctor's office and he confirmed a weight loss of 30 pounds since August 2nd, 2016. And most of all, no traces of diabetes. Very proud of myself. I now weigh 145 pounds and I feel wonderful. You may not know it, but you were an inspiration through it all because I followed your progress also and all the efforts that you put in. Love ya. And she's not part of my challenge groups, nothing. It's just me being me on Facebook and hoping that people watch. And I do like walk away going, I hope I'm inspiring people. So it's so, what's the word I want to use? Inspiring for myself. It's motivating. It's, it makes me want to keep going. When I get messages random, it had nothing to do with a specific post I made. It's just been my journey of me sharing my life, of knowing that I've struggled and knowing where I am and knowing that I still have a ways to go and I'm still on the journey, and it's inspiring people, and people are watching. They're watching, whether you think it or not. Keep sharing. I've had messages from people I used to be in boot camp with 10 years ago and said, keep posting. Don't be discouraged. I know you had a rough day today. Keep going. So they're watching, even though they don't like your stuff or want to be public of, even with a little thumbs up, they don't even want to like be in that. It's all private message. They're watching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And I just think that that's beautiful. And I know that when I signed up, I watched my coach literally for a year and a half. It may have even been almost 2 years. I'd have to look back and see when she actually friended me, because when she did, that's from the moment that I watched her every single day. And I literally, she was the first one, maybe not the first one that I saw, because Jesus, I had my quiet time, but she was one of the first people that I would look at every morning. And even before I went to sleep at night, I wanted to see, did I miss anything that she did? Because, and it wasn't just fitness. I was genuinely interested in her life. And they say that that's the kind of joke about, you make your life look perfect, but it's not a thing about making it look perfect. It's just sharing your life with others and being real and sharing your life. And I think that's the case, is just using, I think that when we use, I was in this conversation just a couple of nights ago with how we connect with new people, new friends, new people that we meet in groups. And what do we do? Like someone was commenting, it was like a new person joined a group or whatever and was commenting like she wanted a different business or a different thing, and she was a fitness person already and she just wanted something new. She was going to quit her job and do something new. And she was asking, how do I approach this person? And so my upline coach and I were both in the same thing, and my upline coach just kind of let me have the reins because I'm the whatever coach, but I'm just like, you just be a friend. You just be a friend. You don't go in and be like all sleazy and greasy and just like, hey, got challenge group. Hey, I got a job for you. No, you're like, well, what did you do? Where do you live? Oh, I saw on your Facebook that you have 3 kids. I have 3 kids. What do you, I saw that you're into fitness. Where do you work out? What do you do? Like, you want to be a friend and get involved in their lives and be sweet and be kind. The other night, I'll give an example too. The other night, there was a person who I've been talking to. She's just simply talking about her backache. And I went to her wall and I was like, girl, I am so sorry you're in your back, you have a backache or something. And she was the one that immediately said something about my groups. I didn't even talk to her about my groups. And I didn't even after that. And I was like, girl, I'm thinking about your back. Like, where does it hurt? Is it upper, lower, whatever? And she went on. And then again, she mentioned, yeah, I know that you have your groups or whatever, but I don't even have ab muscles. There's no way I could work out. And then I'm like, you know what? Something that I was like, well, Olivia had back issues last week, whatever. I didn't even address the fact that I do fitness groups. I didn't address a meal plan. I didn't address her abs. I didn't address anything. Her problem was she has backaches. And I literally went on my wall and I was like, does anybody have backaches? And if you do, what was it? And what are your solutions? And I got like 60 some comments on that. And inside of that, I had 2 other people message me about my challenge groups. It's crazy. When we pour out in sincerity to truly help someone. And then it ended up, and then she sent me a private message. She goes, thank you so much. She's like, I really want to join your challenge group. And I sent her another message. I was like, girl, I was like, and I said, you know what, you could do, if you wanted to do the meal plan, you could do the meal plan if you wanted to. But I'm telling you, it was like not even a full sentence. It was a sentence fragment of what I told her, because I'm not after a sale. I'm after her getting whatever it is that she needs, not what I need, not my Success Club. It's what she needs because she has a bad back. Now, if she wants to join my challenge group, after a little while, she's going to be the one that's going to come and say, okay, I'm ready to join, based on how I've posted on my Facebook. I never mentioned to her my challenge group. I never told her about Shakeology. I never told her about 21 Day Fix. I never told her about anything I do. I told my Facebook audience about everything I do. I tell everybody from my stage what I do. And if she wants to come to me afterwards, it's kind of like a performance. When you get on a stage and you do a performance, or you do a big announcement, or you do a lecture and you're doing it on stage and you let everybody know. And then at the end of the presentation, if they want more information, then they can come to you. And that's what you want to see it as. You want to throw it out there and just love on people, you know, you just want to love on people. So I just wanted to throw that out there. We are going to end the team call because this, what you're seeing on this recording may not be that long, but we've had these coaches on here for well over an hour and 15 minutes. So just take what you can away from this. Make your list of those problems that the excuses that people give you of why they don't have time. You know, maybe they're sick, maybe there are backaches, maybe there are issues, maybe there are people who are special needs, things, and start pointing out give those solutions. Another thing too, I know that Miriam, you have a challenger that has challenges, you know, physical challenges. You could even ask her permission and say, could I share some bits and pieces? You are so inspirational. Could I share bits and pieces of your testimony? Because there are going to be other people out there that think, oh, I could never do this. I've seen people literally at Super Saturdays, they are in wheelchairs and they are begging for Shakeology, and they want to. I've seen people get transformations literally because all they can do is do bicep curls and do a few little things with their upper body, and they can't even get out of their wheelchair, but they have such a desire to be healthy. But if they think, oh no, it's only for the fit and the fabulous, you know, if they never see the reality of, you know, people that live real life can do this too. You know, it's a beautiful thing when you can share and give solutions to people's problems. So, all right, ladies, I am going to end the call. I hope you guys have a great night. We will see you in the team page. I love you guys more than you can ever, ever, ever imagine. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.